Hi, I'm Yash. Today let's do another winter painting. So let's get started. I just got some white and some cobalt blue on my palette. Mix them both together and I'll come right over here at the top and just drop it in. Add in more of white. And today I'm painting in acrylics, so it should go real quick before the paint dries out. Look at that, I've got those mountain peaks done in there itself, which is good. Now I'll take in more of that blue and darken the corners. Now I'll take some soft blue color, almost similar to that color of the sky, and I'll just go ahead and drop in some shadows to these mountains. Okay, and something over here too, just refining those edges, and something over here too. And get a slight blend. Now I'll take in more of cobalt blue and just sort of drop it in right over there to give some contrast. Now I'll take up some sap green mixed with cobalt blue and just a touch of white on my number 2 fan brush and just drop in that color right over there. I've not added much of water. Taking in some white. Yeah, this works. Look at that. Snow covered trees in the background. And this sort of comes all the way till there. And something over here too. And this one comes off all the way down. Don't want too much detailing because this is in the background and this is near snow covered mountains and there'll be a lot of mist, so don't want much of detailings. Now I've just wiped off my brush and I'll take in some white. Look at that, you can look at that. I can barely see that bluish cast over there. I'm just gonna drop it in right over there too to make it look realistic. And something comes off with there, the mountain peak. Load in thick paint and get the connection. Fair enough, and something over here too. Create all sorts of effects in the shapes and in the colors. And same thing follows over here too. And something right over here too, just like that. Okay, now I'll take my combo brush and just sort of drop in some detailings and giving the connection between the mountains. And something comes off right over here too. Don't follow any patterns. I'll take some cobalt blue on my 3/4 inch brush and just drop it in right over there. Just like that. You can add in some water so that the paint flows. Okay, just like that. Now I'll load in some blue and black on my flat brush and I'll just come right over here and just drop in some tree action, being super loose as of now. This is going to be a tree and this is another one, just sort of leaving some gaps so that I can make out the difference. Okay, now I'll load up some soft blue color on my number 2 fan brush. Just sort of drop in that right over here. That's going to create some detailings and some interest as well as some textures. Okay, just making sure that the peak of those pine trees are popping out. Added more of white. Look at that, snow covered pine trees. Okay, something like that, and then skip some spots. Still using the number 2 brush. Okay, something like that. So now I'll add in just a touch of white for that same color, and I'll just bring out that color over here to the foreground. And look at that, cleaning up the edges. Okay, something like that. You can add some water if you're painting in acrylics or watercolors. And I chiseled my brush, creating all sorts of effects. It's very interesting to paint. And something goes off right over there too. This one comes there, create all sorts of stories. And just sort of tap it to create some interest and some textures. Just in and around that thing, the strokes which we painted. Look at that. Here also while applying the textures, I'll skip some spots. Just like that. Now let's go ahead and drop in another pine tree right over here. Okay, and maybe another one's gonna be right over there. Another one. Another one, just like that. And that will continue all the way up till there. One will be big, one will be small, all sorts of variations. I take a brush with some black and just a touch of water. And let's come right over here and drop in some tree trunks. And we need to add in some detailings for this. Look at that, it's that easy. And over here too, I'll add in another tree trunk. And another one for this. So now let's go ahead and add in the leaves and the foliage and something over here too. Skipping some spots will help at this point, definitely. And whenever you load thick paint, start off from the region where the color is concentrated on the surface, and then you can work accordingly. Okay, something like that. And now let's go ahead and drop in the foliage on this one. Okay, don't want to follow any patterns. And I'll join these two trees together. Now I'll take in some white and just a touch of blue. And let's drop in the mid-tones on this tree. Look at that, chunks of snow over there. And something over here too. Using the rigger brush. So now let's go ahead and drop in some snow in the form of highlights on this tree. And let's drop in the individual details. And in the beginning itself, don't take the brightest color. I would recommend to take a mid-tone color. Okay, something like that. And then over here at the top, and here on this tree we'll have more at the top than at the bottom. Look at that, makes it look realistic and natural. Now I'll take in pure white on my rigger brush and just sort of drop it in here and there. So it's like that. Look at that, it's that easy. Two on some individual snow. Yeah, interesting, huh? Just sort of grouping them as of now. And something over here too, just a small collection of snow. With this, I come to the end of this painting. I hope you have enjoyed it and thanks for watching.